Jenny Walsh. She is earning her master's today. She earned her bachelor's degree at the State University of New York in Fredonia. She currently works as a family support specialist at the Child Development Center in Missoula. Jenny Walsh embodies the mission and values of our department and is truly a gifted educator. Please welcome Jenny.
Thank you. Hello and welcome, graduates, friends and family, esteemed professors. Like you, I've had the privilege of learning from some outstanding professors here at the University of Montana. And for the past 3 years, I've been part of Project T-Team, a program designed by Professor Morgan Alwell and Professor Gail McGregor. T-Team stands for Training Teachers to Ensure Achievement and Membership. And the program aims to equip teachers to feel confident and competent in delivering high-quality instruction to students of all abilities, to foster an inclusive learning environment, and to be collaborators. T-Team is the type of program that will usher education into the next frontier, and it has been a true honor to be a part of. Thank you. I'll never forget the moment I knew special education was my bag. I was student teaching in a 4th grade classroom, and I had been warned to watch out for Ben. Ben had autism, Asperger's really, and I had been told he was going to be somewhat unteachable, not to expect much from him academically. He was known as a real handful. What had been meant as a warning to lower my expectations in him only really served to pique my interest and raise the bar for myself. I thought, I really want to teach Ben well. I'm going to do it. So the first day I was given a math lesson to teach. Multiplying fractions. Really boring. I was halfway through the lesson, kind of fudging my way through it, because who can remember how to do that? And there is a blood-curdling scream from the back of the room. So I whip around, and there's Ben, standing next to his desk, pale as a ghost, apologizing profusely, and explaining himself. He had been reading a murder mystery novel earlier that day, and he was remembering it so vividly that when he got to the scary part, he just screamed. But looking around the class, I could tell Ben wasn't the only one daydreaming through my lesson. And his scream kind of woke us all up. So, like many great teachers, my supervising teacher in the classroom suggested that we bail out of the sinking boat that was my lesson and come back at it the next day. She was very kind and pretty unfazed, but I was so disappointed. The next day I had to teach fractions again, but this time I started the lesson with a different approach. I had the lights off, a flashlight in my hand, and inspired by Ben, I started telling my own mystery. To crack the case, the students had to solve a series of fractions. And wouldn't you know it, but Ben was the first one up at the board showing us how he solved it. He didn't have to be my challenging student. Ben wasn't this tough kid I had to work around. He became my muse. He became my target audience. And because of him, my lessons became more engaging and the whole class benefited. I wish I could claim that mystery fractions lesson as my own, but it wasn't. After Scream Gate, I was very disappointed in myself, kind of walked down to the special education teacher's office, tail between my legs. "How's Ben?" she said. Screamed through my math, I told her. And she listened as I unpacked my failed fractions approach. She pointed out that Ben's love of mysteries could be my ticket to engaging him, and she helped me plan out my redemption step by step. She even gave me the flashlight to use, which I still have. This was the first of many, many times I would walk into her office seeking her mentorship, and she helped me become a stronger and more confident educator. So find those good teachers, bring them coffee, get to know them. They're the ones who will help you turn failures into knowledge. the star of many, many of my funny teaching stories, but we had some really rough days together. We had days that left me feeling pretty drained, low on confidence, questioning if I should even be a teacher. I remember after one long state assessment that left both of us pretty fried, he looked at me and said, "You don't even know what you're doing." I was like, "You're right, Ben. I have no idea what I'm doing." And I was so lucky that I had a supportive team around me, and they reflected with me, and they brainstormed with me, and they breathed confidence into me when I was lacking it, and they didn't expect me to know what I was doing. Ben's team of educators, his therapists, his family, they had this culture of, we're all in this together, figuring it out day by day. And because of Ben, we kept learning and we got better. It was Mr. Rogers who said, we don't just get to be competent human beings without a lot of different investments from others. Some of your greatest teachers are probably here with you today, and some are probably rooting you on from afar. These are the people that have given you a leg up through the hoops. Or if you're like me, these are the people that carried and dragged you through them. Take some time to thank them today. Write your mentors a thank you card. It will fill their sails to hear from you. I knew I wanted to be an educator since the time I can remember, since I would line my stuffed animals up in the bathroom and teach them all how to take a bath. There was a fire in my belly for education, and there still is. We're not teachers just because we like kids. We're educators because deep down there is a calling, a soul mission, a duty to fulfill. Each of us has a social responsibility. We're in this field to leave it a little better off than we found it. Progress is always the goal. Don't be afraid to be a change maker. There will always be hoops to jump through, politics to navigate, gossip to rise above. There will always be new math. It's up to you to keep your fire fueled, whether it's getting yourself to a conference, seeking out mentors, or following different blogs. Pursue professional development. They say on the airlines, put the oxygen mask on yourself before helping others. You can't continually pour out without getting refilled. You must protect the joy of the job. We have an increasingly diverse student body with differing abilities, cultural backgrounds, and perspectives. And diversity, it can bring challenges with it to the field. But this is a gift. Texting was originally invented as a tool for people who are deaf, and we have all greatly benefited from that technology. Some of you are benefiting from it right now. I can see you with my teacher eyes. It won't always be easy, and there are a lot of times in this field that you will feel it in over your head. But Amy Poehler says, great people do things before they're ready. They do things before they know they can do it. So don't be afraid to get in over your head. Open your arms to kids like Ben. Reach out, get support, stay fueled. Our biggest challenges often become our best teachers and our greatest achievements. In the words of Miss Frizzle, take chances, make mistakes, get messy. Congratulations, class of 2015. On we grow.